Alright, welcome to another edition of CheetoMan.tv. Now we've got some No Man's Sky. Like, have you seen my silhouette? Okay guys, we're loading in. No Man's Sky, system on. Potential high. Have you seen my silhouette? Jeez. Have you seen my silhouette? It's giving me character energy. Alright, see what you got, bitch. Keep fucking with me, Fly. I don't know how you got in here. You weren't invited. I don't even know what I need. I don't need none of that shit, though. Fuck out my face, bitch. Bruh. So we don't have a companion either. Okay. So you can get creatures now. Ah. What is a bite beat? Hey Google, what is a byte beat device.
Here's what I found on the web.
Fuck off. Hey Google. On No Man's Sky, what is a byte beat device? Hey Google. On No Man's Sky, what is a byte beat device?
Here are some results from the web.
Alright, bro, you being a bitch, bro. Just stop. I'll fucking do it.
Okay, so to start out, byte beat devices are tools to create your own music in No Man's Sky. Think of them as simplified versions of digital audio workstations such as Fruity Loops or Music. Now, these devices have three key parts. The first one is the sequencer, which allows you to draw, arrange, and group specific notes or sounds, and it also enables you to create drum patterns. The second part is the synchronizer, which allows you to combine multiple byte beat devices to arrange the melody the way you want. And finally, there is the advanced waveform, which will allow you to actually create the specific sound that will be played by a specific byte beat device. To build a single byte beat device in normal mode, you'll first need to go to the anomaly, find the construction research station, and select the technology module section. Second, you'll need to unlock the noise box, which will allow you to get both the byte beat device and the byte beat cable. And now that you have these blueprints, you can build your awesome music machines by using metal platings, cold, and antimatter. To do so, simply find a desired spot, open up the build menu, and place the device. Of course, to make it work, you'll have to connect it to a power source. And while you can build only one byte beat device, I recommend immediately building all 8 of them, as this will allow you to use No Man's Sky's music creating power to the fullest. You can build these devices by locking them one onto another, or you can build them separately. The devices will be automatically synced and locked together, but if you're building them away from one another, be sure to connect them via byte beat cables. Also, note that when built and connected to power, the devices will automatically start playing random sounds. If the noise they produce is bothering you, one way to get rid of it without having to power up the entire setup is to shut down the sound patterns in the synchronizer section. Now that we're done building, let's get to know byte beat's key features a bit better. The first and the most packed one is the sequencer. Let me just set only this device to be playing so we can actually hear the music we'll be making. I'll also disable and clear every feature that I don't want playing right now. In theory, I could just press the stop button, but as you can hear, this will give us a continuous sound instead of stopping the music altogether. So instead, I'll turn off the power on all sections for now, and I'll also clear every section as I'd like to set everything manually later on. Okay, now that we have a bit of peace and quiet, the first thing you'll probably see here is the biggest section on the screen, the melody sequencer. This basically is a space where you can create or draw your own melody. If you know the notes you want to play, you'll want to select the right key or scale first. For example, if we select the C major key, this means that each row on the melody sequencer will represent one note of the C major scale in order. Now, the song we'll be making in this tutorial will be in A minor.
I just had a foot. There was an earthquake. I just felt it.
This done, the notes on the sequencer will be A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, as these are the notes of the A minor scale in order. Now let's draw our first notes on the bottom of the melody sequencer. I would like to start with a simple bass pattern as a foundation of the melody I have in mind. As such, for now, I'll only draw 2 A notes on the bottom row. And keep in mind that you will not be able to draw chords on an individual sequencer, as it can play only one note at a time. However, this can be bypassed, as you'll see later in the video. Next, I'd like to set the play speed of our melody. We can do this by setting the tempo, as this basically represents the music speed. The lower the number, the slower the playback will be. For this melody, we'll set the tempo to 240, which means that the playback speed will be pretty fast. Also, remember that the tempo affects all 6 devices. Next, to the right of the tempo and key selector, you can see the distance attenuation and volume settings. Distance attenuation is simply how far away you have to be from this specific byte beat device in order to hear its sound. The higher the percentage, the longer the hearing range of the device. Volume, as I'm sure you know, is how loud the sound will be. And as with the distance attenuation, the higher the percentage, the louder the sound. Okay, with the basic options set, you can change the note's length if you like. And one way of doing this is selecting the note duration, or are steps, as you can see on the right hand side. It seems that these steps represent 16th, 8th and quarter notes respectively. In layman's terms, this means that by selecting 16, bytebit will play the shortest note. Selecting 8, the note will be twice as long. Selecting 4, the note will be twice as long as the 8th note. In this case, I'll keep the bass at 4. Next, I'd like to make the sound more bassy. And we can do this by setting the pitch in the waveform editor section. The lower the pitch number, the more bassy or deeper the sound. On the other hand, if we set the pitch value higher, the sound will become higher or more squeaky. In this case, I like to set the pitch to 2. We also have some limited sound editing options in this section, where we can decide whether our sound will be more mellow or more distorted. Sine and triangle settings make the sound more mellowy, while sawtooth and square will make the sound more distorted. For our bass, let's leave it at sine. Next, I'd like to set the envelope of the bass, and this can be done in the envelope editor section. Envelope sets the fade in and fade out effects of all notes on this specific sequencer. For example, if we want notes immediately climb to their max volume and instantly drop to 0 volume, we'll mark the attack or fading value and the decay or fade out value like so. If we like our fade in and out effects to be gradual, we'll select a more gentle slope so the notes will sound like this. So notice that as playing, a note gets bigger and smaller. This is how the fade effects are marked visually. The note's volume is the highest and its size is the biggest on the screen. You can also set whether the fade pattern will be applied across the whole note duration, 3/4 of the note's duration, 1/2, or 1/4 of a note. Okay, now to get back to our bass, I like its attack value to be short and the decay value to be long like this. Oh yes, there is also the option to reset the envelope on the next note, but honestly I wasn't able to make it work, so if anyone knows how to do this, please do tell me. And finally, the little dice icon on the envelope editor is the randomize function, and this will make bytebit set the envelope settings for you. Now, as you probably noticed, this is not the only randomize option. I'll show you how this option works on a different device, as I'd like the bass we made to remain unchanged. So I'll first copy everything of this sequencer by using the copy function. Then I'll walk over to the closest bytebit device and just paste it there. And voila! Now we can do whatever we want here without disturbing our previous arrangement. So back to the randomize function. We also have the option to randomize all elements, and this will randomize most sequencer features. However, have in mind that volume, distance attenuation, steps, and pitch will remain the same. Everything else on the sequencer tab will be randomized. You can also randomize the melody sequencer, but note that the steps will not be affected, and the note length will stay the same. There is also a randomize function for the rhythm sequencer, which will randomize the rhythm pattern, but will not change its sound. And finally, you can also randomize all arpeggiator values if you want. Now, as you've probably noticed, I haven't mentioned these two sections in this video so far, so let's begin with describing the rhythm sequencer first. This is basically your drum kit, and of course it enables you to control your drum beat. Have in mind that its playback speed is 4 times faster than the sequencer.
you see my silhouette? Jeez! Just give me character energy. Silhouette. It can be character energy. Hey, bridge boy, celebrate. Bloop, 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 bullshit. Bloop, 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 bloop. Roll some P's on that bitch. Roll some P's on that bitch. I just bought a Cadillac. Remove the bitch. I just bought a Cadillac. Get bought a Cadillac. Get bought a Cadillac. Lordy, don't hit me. Can you see my silhouette? It's giving me character energy. Jeez! Can't you see my silhouette? Jeez! It's giving me character energy. Can't you see my silhouette? Yeah, it's your. Can't you see my silhouette? Oh, it's boy.
Here, Mammy. Oi.
Oi. Can't you see my silhouette? It's giving me character energy.
Can't you see my silhouette? Where? Bitch.
Anomaly detector activated. Return to your shift now. Man, I fucked up. I walk away. Infinite, baby. Then don't you see my silhouette? I mean, it's KvKGsG. Whoa, 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 whoa. But can you see my silhouette? What? I don't know. How's the food?
Oh, good. Okay. I just wanted to get out here, have my cigarette after 5, like you said, and let you know that Linwood's leaf has come out and it's unfurled. But you told me to let you know when it happened. Well, he's unfurling. He's not, like, just his edges are still curled.
It's, I mean, I can get away with going, I'm just not. Wait till probably tomorrow.
Okay.
But we're going to cut it tomorrow.
What are you doing? What are we doing to him?
Cutting off a leaf.
Okay. Can we feed him? Everybody back
Everybody's getting fed.
there needs to be fed.
Today, tomorrow, Sunday. I skipped last week.
Who is that?
I guess mom, yeah.
Ian?
I guess so. Hello?
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 Hey,
Hey.
I have to have a minute. They just called Gadgets. They said David is not here. Telling all customers.
Huh?
Tell it David is, hang on, I gotta make sure he's not pulling up the times. David is down at Gadgets. Telling people that I slumped down and put the top down on the BMW.
What?
And everybody's like, are you crazy? She hasn't been here. Dude, there's cameras. Why would she do that? That's silly. That's like, no, she did it, she did it, she did it. And they're like, everybody says that when they drove up, like, right after him, that it was already down.
Oh boy.
And they're all looking at him stupid. And I just got a phone call and they're like, I'm probably have to take his keys.
Is he telling a bad joke though and they don't get it? You know how corny he is.
No, they said he's dead ass serious and he was angry and everybody told him to calm down. He's like, Stacey wouldn't do that. And he's like, you don't know her, blah, 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 all this. And you're like, are you crazy? She's been home all day. Amber's been in and out. She's out in the yard. I scrubbed the door. Oh my God. Whatever. I've been out there weeding. I got a pile of weeds in the driveway. I got my gardening thing on, a swimsuit top and a swimsuit bottom. All I did is get up, put my hair up, brush my teeth, and walk outside. That's it.
You need to stop fucking putting his top down.
Yeah.
Yes,
Why
David.
would he think that? What is wrong? That's not normal thinking.
I told you, maybe his fucking brain injury's showing. Y'all fucking think I'm joking. You sit there, listen, he's getting irradiated, he has cancer, and he just got got to his 1 year mark. And if you do any research on head injuries, it ain't all happening the day that it happens. Sometimes it happens as the brain heals. And now the brain would be fully healed, I would assume.
God, I would take him to Dr. Phil, just like drag out of my shit. Make me look insane. When I'm like, no,
But that's my thing, though.
For real, like,
I hate to say it, but one of the,
You might need to go see the...
one of the starts of it is paranoia and aggression.
I don't know what to do.
So-
This kid, and the employees are calling me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And they're like, we're to the point where we can't serve him anymore. We're barring him from coming back here at the bar. He's angry at me. He thinks I put him up to it.
He thinks you're planning all this. I think he thinks that you are turning the employees against him, and he doesn't realize
Why would I do
it's
that?
him.
That just makes
But he doesn't realize it's him. He thinks you're being vindictive.
That makes us both look stupid.
I know that.
Me.
And you've tried to tell him that, but he's not listening.
You don't air. I've learned. Don't air your dirty laundry.
Yeah, but he's also took an argument y'all had 3 days ago, and he's still being a baby about it. Like I said, that's not normal. Y'all usually have it out, and then everything's good. This time, and it's not even major. That's why I'm like, what? Why?
But it's every other day I've said something wrong. I blew his phone up. I called you 3 times. I wanted to talk to the doctor. He did not want me talking to the doctor.
He's been getting caught in a lot of lies, and he's getting caught doing a lot of things he shouldn't be doing too.
Lying.
Yeah.
That's why when he first told me when he was drinking, when I went for her, and he was like, "Help me." That's what I get at night. "Help me, baby. Help me. Help me. I'm scared. Help me." But then he gets drinking and he's mean to me, and everything is my fucking fault. But he said, "Oh, well, they're gonna learn off me." He said, "They'll just give me a good 5 years." What's very funny that I just started putting this shit up with 3 metastasis sites. Why they keep seeing his body, and they keep saying, "Oh, we can't cut less than 2 centimeters." By that time, the more we have to cut, so we have to watch very carefully. He's not walking out of this without going with the PET scan every 6 months or 7 years. His survival rate of this type in this advanced stage is 57%. After 8 years, it drops to 70. And he is wasting precious time because he needs family members. When y'all come, he's just not caring. Tyler, I don't know how to make somebody care.
But you can't. It's not your job. Because the more that you do it, the more he's going to blame you. You have now turned into public enemy number 1. Not really sure why, but even when I'm mad, I lash out at Bree. I've been doing it lately just because I'm hurting, but I also recognize that I need to not do it, and then I apologize, and I fix it sometimes. Some of it's involuntary, but you know what I mean? I'm aware of what's going on. He doesn't seem to be aware of what... I know.
Yeah, you have to be self-aware, like you said, and try and go through the steps to change it. It doesn't happen overnight.
I mean, alcohol is not going to help it. So if you know, I don't try to talk. I understand. I know, but y'all don't have the same view as alcohol as I do. I mean, it affects it a lot worse when you combined it with like a cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, it's detrimental. But I understand that at the same token, you know, I hate to say it, but if you drank for 10 years, you can't just stop. But you know what? You can. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know.
I'm just waiting on him to scrape the car lately, and I've never been stuck in the car. I don't even know how. I told him one day, take me to a church parking lot, but he's mad at me every other day because it's something I did. I called 2 times. Well, it was 2 times in one text because I've been talking about it. That's what that was about. Where he gets irritated and he's trying to get his drink on, and I already watched it there, and I don't like what's there. I know he hasn't. Same shit he used to fuss at me about.
I don't know, man. It's odd.
I can't believe he's sneaking.
Okay, well, I'm not really sure how you sneak down there in a big ass van, but
exactly,
or even whatever, Subaru or whatever. It just doesn't make any sense. And why would you?
The power steering is hard. I'm not allowed to drive it, so.
So that's why it's parked off to the side. I noticed it was parked off. Yeah. It looked broke. I ain't gonna lie, it looked broke. I was like, why is this parked like this? This looks broken.
It's the power steering, I can tell you, but
I got you.
Figure that out.
I got you. But anyway, so yeah, now you got down the BMW, so all the miles are about to go on the BMW. So now all the chance of you getting pulled goes on the BMW. I'm just saying, man. It all's lining up. I think something interesting is gonna something interesting will happen if he doesn't correct himself. I mean, don't say that. How dare you tell me that? That's fucking just common sense, Mom. I'm not trying to be negative.
I know, but I don't need anything else to happen.
I'm not saying it's going to. I'm just saying that he is caused whatever. All right.
No, but it will hurt me.
Okay, well,
his actions doesn't hurt me further. We don't have that much money, and I can't be spending.
No fucking shit. And guess what? You can't go to jail but so many times for the same thing. I'm sorry.
I know.
You're gonna get in a lot of trouble this fucking 4th and 5th time.
No, 6.
6, excuse me. Damn, that's fucking ridiculous now. Y'all beat the shit out of me if I goddamn got 6 DUIs. You know that? Y'all would fucking disown me. Just saying. If I had like 6 marijuana charges, my family would disown me. You might not, but you know what I mean? People would go ape shit. 6 marijuana? Why? What are you, reckless? Yeah. I got 1 fucking ticket and I got expunged. And I ain't get in trouble after that. I'd rather fucking throw it out the window and then pay all them fines.
Exactly.
I'd rather eat it and lose it and rebuy it. You know? I'm learning. Back then I was a stupid kid that thought, oh, I can put it in my pocket. Okay. Yeah, fucking retard. I mean, I could have ate that motherfucker and been in good shape.
Yeah.
0.5, went to jail for the shit. The other kid, fucking 17, that sold it to me, told the motherfuckers I sold it to him. Goddamn set me up. I was 17, so you know that was called. They love that. Oh yeah. We knew you was up to no good. Like, huh? But you know, hopefully the best comes out of it. Obviously, you know, you pray about it. You do what you got to do. You bring the positive side to it. You do what you're supposed to do at the house, and you keep up with what your sides. You know what I mean?
I am.
And that's I think that's all that's been, you know, that's all that's been asked of us when we're here. So you do, and you know, you can let them know, hey, hey, this or that, but don't, you know, at the point of whatever, you know, back off. If that's what, you know, if that's what it takes. But at the same token, you have to back off because you ain't even really doing anything, and yet you're the first person to get blamed.
Yep. Also, my neighbor likes some any sunflowers he have left over. Her thing grow last year, she wanted to see why. And I said, my son is on Tuesday. He has any left. Okay, give one of mine.
Okay. Well, you got 4 and you wanted 3. So you ought to give her one. But I think I might have. I don't think I have any seeds left, to be honest with you. The lemon sunflower queen.
Yeah.
We grew a lot of those. Now, but I don't mind digging one up and bringing her one either, because we have a fucking whole row of them that, not my row, I won't touch those. But I got a back row, hell, they're getting weed-eated and shit, so it's not like I wouldn't mind giving her one.
Alright,
ask her how many she wants. Ask her how many.
He showed up in another car.
Alright. Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Showed up in another car.
Yeah, right. What?
Well, she just said he showed up in another car. That doesn't mean that somebody else didn't drive.
That's what I'm saying. Someone else had to have driven. That means it sound.
So somebody drove him home, so maybe they decided you're being.
What I'm saying is,
cut off, you're out.
What I'm saying, what I said was, he ain't driving.
Oh.
But I had that noodle in my mouth, and I dropped that noodle. And I fucking mispronounced my word. Anyways.
That's crazy. Seriously, he needs to go to the damn doctor.
That's crazy. You can't see the rust is bad when I drop it. I got it 63%.
No, it was 60 a second ago.
Well,
turn the AC on.
I didn't turn the AC on.
It's not on?
No, but it's getting cooler here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, on economy, it switches back and forth. I know why. It just hit 80 degrees in here. That's why. It's gonna cool up to 75, and it's gonna go back to fan mode and heat.
You know what they told him on the badges? He's gonna royal too.
Didn't think of. I know what he's thinking. He's thinking she's fucking doing it.
She's not. She's not even like paying attention.
This time it's in.
He really needs to go to a doctor and check out that brain issue.
How do you tell somebody that has a brain issue that?
No. I'm just saying that's what needs to happen. Trust me, I had to deal with Tammy. I know.
If it is a brain injury, then it's like we don't know. She might have fell out of bed one night. We discussed this. We don't know. But I think that the ultimate guise of all of it, I think she had a headache that caused massive trauma, or she faked it. Those
I
are the
think
only
it was
two
the
things.
headaches.
And some of it might have been a little bit of that. Not acting, but pushed on by it. But we don't know. And I have a hard time believing that somebody would fake themselves into jail. I mean, that's practically, you know, should go to jail, but cops are there. And once again, I gave cops another chance as I go to greet them, and he's a dick. He's a motherfucking dick. I still think about that to this day on how every time.
He was a dick.
He was a dick. He was a fucking dick. His partner was okay, but his
partner was okay. He was
okay.
Cool. He was quiet, didn't say anything. He let the other guy leave.
That guy
he was a dick.
He was a right trampler. When we got outside, he immediately started treating fucking Tammy differently than what he was treating her inside. And I was giving him the fucking "I'll kill you" look. And I wanted him to say something about me. I had my phone up, like I was filming him, but I was not filming him. I was on Twitter, but I was holding it like this. He kept looking. So I was at that metal table. I'm fat fuck. I thought to myself, he couldn't catch me on his best day. Dead ass. I don't give a fuck.
The other guy could.
Yeah, but I'm fast now. I ain't no slow bitch.
The other guy was in the army.
But the other guy, I was about to say, was fucking 6'2" or some shit like that, slender. But the other guy, you gotta think. If they chase me, they gotta chase me in their fucking suit. I know fat ass ain't catch me. I'm talking about on his best day too, his sports shoes and everything.
Without all that gear.
Right. Now that other dude in the military, I'd have my way with him just if he had his 20-pound fucking vest on. I would know all that. I don't think I would fucking suffer with 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later when I got
He probably had the endurance, yeah. He had the endurance because he was in
Because when I was a kid,
Afghanistan.
I fucking ran from them and got the butches back there. They thought they was splitting the woods and get me. I ran all the way to Dead Man's Curve. That's a lot of running. I was running, and I gave up because I was so tired. I just started walking down the road, dude. I said, fuck this, I should take me to jail. I just want some water. I just want some water. Like Eddie Atkins said, all people were driving down the road, coming down. Let me in, dude. What the fucking random shit is that? I hadn't seen him in 2 years. Got to drive me to the gas station. I got a Sprite. And the cops were pulling up as we were leaving. And I'm like, dude, get me the fuck home. Fuck this.
Hi, buddy.
I hope. They're definitely crawling out. I'll be hearing them right now. Damn, bro. I mean, it's just weird shit happening. Damn. This is such a shitty day. I'm trying to fucking... I just started my live. I can barely hold my eyes up. Because I ate all day. So I was like, alright. Do some eating time. So I wasn't... Dude, my stomach... They got hurt really bad. Because... I was super nervous about it. I was like, and I was getting a headache this morning because I was hungry then, hungry at 1.
Pushed it off all day. Can't push it off for so long.
I mean, I'm starving right now. Like, I hate when I get this hungry because I overeat usually. But I know one of these fill me up because I used to try it when I was weighing crazy. When I was 165, I ate 2 of these. That's how I knew I was eating too much shit. 2 of these motherfuckers, look at me, man. I'm not even fucking, there's no. The hell, bro, that's a lot of fucking noodles in there. You put 2 of these big, god damn, bro. The fucking sodium, like, that's real. I convinced myself just by reading, like, fucking sodium, yeah. This one's better than the other ones, and it's 1,000. The other ones give you 80% of your daily value. This one gives you 44%.
See, that's how I used to do when I was younger. Those ramen noodles, it's 2 servings in that bag. That's what they tell you on the bag, is 2 servings.
They do that so the values don't look so bad.
They tell you it's 2 servings in that
But
bag.
you know those other lies.
But when I was younger, and I was like in college, I was like 19, 20, I would take that and I would literally only be able to eat half of it. Now I can eat a whole thing, no problem.
This shit is super good. The other one I had was spicy. this one's not spicy. And I just realized there's nothing on here that says spicy either. Because I only got one because I thought it was spicy. Because they were out of the other ones. Because there was that one. And then I bought the whole row of them for $7. And then,
See, I think my aunt didn't like that. No added MSG. You know,
well, that's why I buy them. They're fucking outrageous.
no
But,
MSG.
yeah, these are $1 a piece. But these are cup of noodles. They're like name brand.
Yeah.
But my thing is, bro, like people are like, oh yeah, that's the cheap stuff. Like, no, motherfucker. Ramen noodles, 33 cents a packet.
Yeah, those are the cheap ones.
And these have the same serving. This is $1, but it actually
Right.
has real, what is called freeze dried vegetables in it.
Yeah.
And if you don't want them, they put them on top so you can take them out.
Oh, really?
Yep. So there's a lot of times I'll take out the carrot and I'll take out like the celery and whatnot. But to be dead ass with
I
you,
take it all out and have just the teriyaki.
these things are off the fucking. Yeah, this right here's a teriyaki type. It's called Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue's fucking teriyaki because it tastes like teriyaki. It does, like, but when they spice it up, it's tasty. You don't like it.
Like spices. I like
But
something hot.
the noodles, I guess because they're the stir fry Asian, they're not the regular noodles. They're stir fry Asian. They even say it on there. And if I'm not mistaken, these are fucking the same thing. But if not, they're definitely fucking restaurant style noodles. Those motherfuckers, chow mein is, oh god, I love them things, man. But see, their sauce is liquid, and it's two colors. It's a black on one side and it's clear on the back side. And what I've taken my opinion, one is an oil and one is a sauce. So I'm guessing that because once it mixes, because you got to mix it good. That's the only thing that they don't really tell you. If you don't mix it good, it doesn't taste like. Well, I mean it's fine, but it doesn't. The flavor doesn't go through as well. And the perfect amount of water is key in these things. Like this one, like on these, not those. I just usually end up putting enough to make it a little bit soupy. Because I leave it in there. And the longer you leave it in there, it basically absorbs it all in the noodles.
Yeah,
Makes the
absorbs
noodle
all the
big.
water. See, that's what I do with mine. I just take it, I put the water on it just to cover it up good.
Yeah.
I microwave it until the noodles are soft, and then I pour the water out. And then I add in the
It
sauce.
sucks because they don't have anything but these. And I know you hate want to try it though.
Yeah, you know I don't like all that added crap.
They are good.
And then these is all mixed up in there.
Right. But you could take it out, take the brick out and fucking dump the shit out.
It's like good.
Because I doubt they got it mixed in there on that. The beautiful thing about this one, see, this has dry powder underneath in it. So you have to be careful removing. Like, if you dump it out, you're dumping your fucking flavor out.
Right, this is the flavors in the packet.
You got it. So. But I don't usually brag on food like, but you see how much I buy it. And I do not like ramen noodles, but I'll eat them. Like, I like them, but that waxy noodle, it doesn't hold weight to this shit right here. Like, this shit is really good. These noodles are just like those. But those, I will give them credit. Those are a lot more longer. They were, I hate to say it, it reminds me of Argenza trips. That type of my lo mein noodle. Now, it is not lo mein, but it could be something similar. It's not lo mein. Maybe it's like a chow mein or something.
That's what it says, chow mein.
No, I thought that was the fucking
No, the company is EC.
Oh, it says it right here too. Oh, this is noodle. No, this
Chow
is.
mein noodles.
This is, yep. This is right here.
Never had it.
Yeah, oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Very good. Even if you don't, yeah, you ought to try it. You ought to take the motherfucking brick out, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And take it down, veggies out, and try that shit. I think that.
I might do that tonight.
And you don't like it, throw it in the fucking trash can. You know what I mean? Like, get somebody else to, what's your face probably eat it?
Tam?
eat a lot. Now I feel better. I was talking to her, she was like, yeah, I feel better, but I don't mind. I cannot control how much I like it. She didn't say exactly like that, but
Well, he said there's two things he can give her to help her with that. One is a shot every week. She refuses to need it.
I don't blame her, man. Fuck all that.
But they're like, it's like that shot she gets every month for
I know,
her
but
headache.
she's getting enough needles. I mean, you got to show her.
That one right there, that one would just be once a week, have that
Right.
shot.
But
and
she
then
got to have
she'd
that
be-
for the headaches. You can't have headaches.
Right. This should be done, but it's just like the EpiPen shots, what that is. The one once a week would be the same thing, an EpiPen shot. Now, the other thing that would help her with her food is the same thing, but it's in a pill form. But the pill form, she has to have no food for 30 minutes, take the pill, no food for 30 minutes, and then she has to eat something. If it's a piece of toast, fine, or if it's a meal, fine, but she has to have
She's not
something.
good about stuff like that.
And there's a small risk, but there's still a risk. It was only shown, it hasn't happened in humans, but it was only shown in rats or mice when they did the test on mice. It was only shown in mice. It hasn't happened in humans yet. There's still the risk since it happened in mice that you could get medullary thyroid cancer. Yeah. Because when he said that, I said, don't talk any further. I know all about that. And he was like, what? And I told him about how I was like, my boyfriend's stepdad. I was like, he's got it.
No.
I said, he's actually got advanced. I said, he's doing radiation treatment right now on his neck about it. And I was telling him about it. He was like, oh my God, that's awful. I said, I know, it's awful. He said it's really bad. He was stunned. And I was like, yeah. I was like, so I know all about that. So we're good on that front. Thank you very much. And he was like, well, medullary is like, I said, I know, there's like a 3% chance. I know, it's 3%. I said, I know all about it. Trust me. He was like, okay then. So you know that. I said, yeah, I know all about it. Thank you.
But we know that. But yet we're dealing with it.
Exactly.
So fuck no.
Because that's what the pill is. She doesn't have any of
But
those.
it's loving.
But she doesn't have any of those risks
No,
with the shot.
I get it, but they still probably can't. That don't make no sense.
The pill form is different. The pill form is made specifically for people that have diabetes. But she doesn't have diabetes.
And all these pills and whatever and whatnot. At the end of the day, I wouldn't go on this.
She doesn't like the weight. So it's pushed.
Well, you know what? I can't continue this conversation. But I get like it blows my mind because it's they have to say that because they know that shit will happen.
He says he likes to inform patients of everything. Possibility that could happen.
But my thing is okay, yeah, it only happened to rats. You know, I know that a lot of times when that's being said, they also haven't tried it on humans.
Right.
Or it hasn't been out but a year.
Yeah, well, you haven't been out
And
long
all of a
enough
sudden
for
you read a
humans.
year down the road and there's been 2 cases. What's only 2 cases? Motherfucker, yeah, I get it, but that just made it 1%.
Right.
Well, 3 makes it 1.9. Okay, whatever, motherfucker. You get what I'm saying, though?
I do.
So it's like, I'm already bothered by those type of cancers because of how fucking rare they are, and how they attack the body, and how you have to sit down and study that, and the other ones. There's like 16 different major types, and they basically revolve around what they attack and how they attack. So you really break it down like derma,
Right.
you
I
get it, yeah, like,
But
and any organ one, you're done. Well, from what if it's level 3, any organ, you're done. And then it goes in an order, like brain, whatever, lung. So,
I mean, I've told Tammy all about how
it's just
David's doing
abnormalities. It's just
everything.
abnormalities in the growth of cells. That's what the fuck it is. And then those cells turn rogue, in my opinion. And and they fight. And your body starts fighting itself. That's what cancer is.
See, you've got to think of
But
how.
cancer is a foreign invader. That's what it is.
But you also have to think of how, like, weird it is, because I'm going to shoot this to you. So, I've had HPV since 2000.
I think that's where all these little knots came from on my dick that I always complain about. I always say,
I've had HPV since 2010.
Just telling you, I got knots.
And my gynecologist told me that I had, I think it was like type this, and
Whatever.
this.
I know I've got it too.
Which were the cancer side types.
You told me all this, yeah.
Right. But here it is, 12 years later, and I don't have any cancer symptoms. Right?
But the body's amazing too now.
Right. However, Courtney got HPV. Hers was the cancer one.
And she had to have surgery.
She had to have a hysterectomy done.
Well, it was showing, and it could,
had-
her body could have fought that off as well, but it was already showing bad signs, right?
Right.
From what I was told.
Hers happened
Because-
in months. Mine's been
Because
years.
she played that cancer thing up a little bit hard. It was not full-blown cancer, though. Because she tell motherfuckers she got cancer. She did not get cancer. If I'm not mistaken, her mama told me it was a fucking preventative measure.
I think she did it so that she could have more babies.
Well, that was part of the deal.
And
She
she
said it wanted kids, yeah.
Well, she could also go fuck other people and do what she wanted and not do it.
We didn't know that.
But hindsight is 22.
God, that's crazy. And you like, well, she wasn't thinking that way. Yeah, actually, she probably was.
Because hindsight is 2020. And she's just kind of that devious.
Everybody's noticed that she's got a new Facebook. It's all about Christianity and all this, right? So, I just noted that when she's doing that shit, usually, that's when she's at her lowest. Or that's when she's at her highest. Get it?
Yeah.
And her and her little boyfriend, I don't know if that's the same guy or not. I don't keep up. But, if that's that Philip guy, he was a meth head, so I doubt he stopped and you stopped.
Now Jesus.
And then all of a sudden, all these uploads from you with your children. You're not with your children, so when are these pictures been taken?
Probably before they were taken.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like, what do you save a bunch of pictures and then upload them periodically?
Yep, that's what she does.
Because I'm saying, like, I know the truth.
If you look at her pictures, like, a lot of her pictures are not, like, I've seen a couple of her pictures, and she's got so much makeup on, it's like...
I noticed.
You look like a fucking clown.
That, or she uses those goddamn, the filters that fuck with your faces.
Yeah.
I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, make you look like you got makeup on, or make you look like you
Or
got...
even the backgrounds, even the
Yeah.
color is all browned out, like the grayscale bullshit.
So you
She loves
can't
that.
see it. And it's just like, listen, you're trying to hide shit, and you're trying to... And then she'll show pictures
Try to get dolled up. I
she'll-
did notice that too.
Yeah, and she'll put a bunch of fucking pictures up there of like, and throwbacks of like when she was in high school and when
She does
she
that a
looked
lot,
good.
yeah.
Because she don't look good now. She can't put her face on there because she don't look good now. And the only time she'll put a picture up now is when she's like got all dolled up, and if she's all dolled up, she's normally got a picture of him with her.
Yeah.
And she looks awful with all that makeup on. Awful.
She don't look like the same person.
She looks like a prostitute.
She don't look like the same person. And notice she ain't asking to be my fucking friend no more. And that person finally stopped coming in my streams. That was her.
Yeah.
That was fucking her.
She was stalking you to see if you was doing anything.
Talking about her or
Yeah.
if I played my shit.
Yeah,
Shane's out on this goddamn video game.
yeah. And you're not talking about
And
her or Shane.
mentally, you fucking fuck them up because now he thinks that women take advantage of times when he's not attentive. He didn't say that, but I noticed it. It'll be scars forever for some of the shit that they went through. And I say they because they fucking tortured each other.
They did. They were toxic for each other.
They should have. They knew they should have called that shit off.
Yep.
And fuck that shit. and they know I'm right, and I'll never fucking back down from, you know. It's crazy how hindsight was 20/20, but I didn't even need hindsight. I looked ahead and said, oh, hell nah, this ain't gonna work. But yet, I'm the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? That's just wrong. And then most of this, it's like, oh, it's like half my life lived online. So you can go back and see what I talk about. I always wanted you to do was get better. But yeah, well, I heard they're talking this or that. Honestly, I could give a fuck less what you doing, how you doing it. I just know that you had three things. You had three things that you should have been doing, and you didn't do it. So, and that's why I left it every time. And you know, one of the last conversations was pretty much, I know what you're doing. Oh, okay. Oh, don't worry. This is just a phase. So I said, well, I know better than to believe you. And I told you, you need some help, but I already know that you don't want help. I said, so do you.
A phase is when you're 19.
Mm-hmm.
Not when you're 30.
But people going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I've learned that, especially when they're involved in that.
You can't change it.
No, but it doesn't, and it is like what they're so paranoid about what I'm saying, which further leads me to say that y'all do sit around and talk about us still, which, good Lord Almighty, I ain't even that interested. So if you do be talking about me, you wasting your fucking time.
I think you're interested.
No, thanks. You know, appreciate it.
But I'd rather talk to you than about you.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I think a lot of people get upset because I don't come around or I don't contact them anymore. This wasn't a three-way relationship, and quite frankly, I have been out of the picture even when things were good. So, you know, you gotta call the shots how you see them. It just sucks that we grow up and I see so many good people become bad, and I've seen some bad people become good as well.
Yeah.
Not very many, but it was enough to show me that I don't need to be a piece of shit. And I think that's the biggest lesson, was you might not have this and this, but if you did have this, you would have these responsibilities. And quite frankly, I don't need them. Like, I wanted a kid 5 years ago. I don't want one now.
Right, I did too.
And that's crazy, because I really genuinely fucking wanted one.
Yeah, me too.
And if he would have been 5 today, and I would feel guilty. I wouldn't admit it. But I would probably still feel like I wouldn't want the fucking kid. That's what scares me.
No.
Think about how I feel now. I feel I'd have great fucking hair. I would have great fucking hair.
I was looking at some of my old classmates.
We would be nuts. We probably wouldn't even be together.
They have gray hairs.
Yes. And I know now. People say I look young. They were talking about, did you look young? I started thinking about it. It's because we're living life the way we want to now. We finally stopped caring. We live with your parents. You're not supposed to do that.
Don't care.
Guess what? Rent's $700. I'm not paying that shit. Y'all pay $300. So don't tell me that we have it like y'all, because we don't.
Right.
It's worse. And I am noticing it now. Like, yes,
you bought a
grandparents,
house,
y'all did work. Yeah, y'all grandparents, y'all did work harder. I'll give it to you. But y'all was paying 95 cents a gallon for gas. And even if you equate, like, okay, like time, you know how the time makes things different.
Well, I did pay 96 cents.
And I paid short, but even what I'm saying though is if you equate time with inflation and all that, we're still paying way too much over. Even with the time that's passed, it was 95 would be like $1.99. No, we're at $5. We skipped way past $1.99, homie.
Right. I remember them saying that about on the news.
And the time's not fitting the scale.
Right.
It's like should be here.
We're up there.
And we're actually at a history-breaking number.
Right.
I think it's like whatever percent. I don't know, 9%, some ridiculous number.
Yeah, it's like 9.
His approval rating is super-duper low. It was like, it went up almost 20 points in 1 week because of some kind of, we almost went to World War III, and he said something that actually pulled us away from the precipice of World War III. He says, well, I don't really want no war. And everybody's like, yay! This nigga back down to 20. Like, what the fuck? You are horrible. He went, and you know, I never did show you that, but he fucked that one up. Yeah, before you go, I'll go ahead and show you what he said. And you could tell he fucking fucked up, but I mean, it's not an excuse at this point, because you do it too much, you feel me? You know, if you wouldn't do it every fucking, I'm gonna say every week. I could be wrong. Oh, and by the way, they just found out that there was a guy that worked at Amazon in 2020, and they laid him off for this pandemic. He knew how to get into the buildings of Amazon, so he went to every Amazon in the southeast, east-west coast of the United States of America. He went to like 75% of all Amazon warehouses. Went in, put a vest on, went to the break room, because all the buildings are laid out the same. He went and got a gun, scanned the item, filled up the what they call a walker tray, or a pull cart, and the pull cart had 4 boxes, mail-in plastic shutdowns, stacked 3 by 3 by 4. So he had 12 or so. Rolled it out to his car. Ended up within a 30-day period stealing $350,000 with a possibility of over another $500,000 in electronics. That's all they know that they got him with was $350K. They're still doing the math and finding other things that he sold all around, because he got on the internet and just started selling the shit out of them. He was selling Apple iPads for like $100 less than the competitors, so he sold his shit quick as fuck. And now they're having to go back through and fucking track all these legal, legit sales. And you can't charge all the people on the internet with accessories and things of that nature, because like here, if I got stolen goods from you, I could actually be charged with receiving stolen goods.
Right.
What you don't know though is if I go to court, it ain't gonna stick. Things I've started to learn. Yeah, they made the law, but it's not good law because it goes against your constitutional rights.
Right.
I'm starting to learn, like, yeah, there's a law, but you just go to court, because they might say, well, you can't do that. You can do that, you know, or you might lose. But you're best off going to court. Settling out on stupid shit is what where we get where we are anyhow. But I don't know, man. This motherfucker, he really do be fucking up too much. And I'm not like, I was telling him the other day. I was telling Mom the other day. It's like, I support our presidents, because you don't want. It's like saying the driver to crash the car. But Jesus Christ, keep the bitch keep it 10 and 2 and keep it on the road. You keep running.
Keep it between the white lines.
Keep it between the white and yellow, because you were scaring the shit out of me in the back seat. Here it is.
I will once more return to the hollow ground of Yad Vashem to honor 6 million Jewish lives were stolen in the genocide.
Let's honor that.
And continue, which we must do every day. Continue to bear witness.
Bear witness, excuse me.
Keep alive the truth and honor of the Holocaust, horror of the Holocaust. To honor those who will once more return to the hollow ground of Yad Vashem. To honor 6 million Jewish lives were stolen in the genocide. Continue, which we must do every day. Continue to bear witness. Keep alive the truth and honor of the Holocaust, horror of the Holocaust.
Keep alive the honor of the Holocaust.
I will once more return to the hollow ground of Yad Vashem.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just bad. It's just bad, man.
How hard is it to read a teleprompter?
That's my thing, bro. And if you can't, hey, if you keep gaffing, get you a speaker. Get you a fucking, for real. I'm be like, hey, y'all. Alright, we're gonna have Miss Linda come up here. Miss Linda, y'all know I be twisting my words. Everybody will find, honest to God, people like, yeah, you're right, you be fucking shit up, Joe. I'd accept it. I wouldn't accept it from any other president, but at this many times, I'm old as fuck, I keep doing stupid shit, y'all. I got a speaker now. But, people don't realize it, but
voters, they will vote as unique as breakfast tacos.
The diversity of this community, as distinct as the bodegas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio,
what?
Is your strength.
breakfast taco in San Antonio is something special and unique.
Wow. And now she's in trouble. Latinos didn't like that comment.
Did you?
Fuck, it's corny for one, but I mean, Dr. Biden and her speech writing team needs to take some time in the future to watch out where they're giving a speech. 70% of people live there are Latino. We are not tacos.
Political commentators on cable news quick to react last night.
Hopefully gas appear to run to the Biden family. Imagine if a Republican said that. It would be probably breathless hysteria from the media mob for days on end, if not weeks.
The press secretary for Florida Governor Ron DeSantis agreeing, writing, quote, imagine the regime media meltdown if a conservative called Hispanics breakfast tacos like Dr. Joe Biden. And Texas Senator Ted Cruz tweeting, what? The White House and Dr. Biden's office did not comment overnight.
Y'all made this. Y'all made this woke bullshit where you can't get away with saying things. Y'all made this bullshit.
Hey, you made this bed. Go lay in it.
And goddamn right. I love you, baby.
The best way to get something done, if you like to be able to.
Taco. Go sit down.
I don't appreciate it. We're ready to get
Call you a bowl of ice cream and eat you up.
You gotta go eat. Go tell me how it tastes.
I just got one.
There you go. Leave them out. Let them all fight. Fuck. Welcome to JoeBiden.com. Welcome to JoeBiden.com. All right. Chromatic metal.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? Alright, let's go back to Holmes Colony and see what we got. We were really far away. Alright. Trinovisal, the Neverland system. I discovered this. Okay. A habitable base. Interesting. How's a tree sneaky? It's fucking negative 68 in this bitch. This is... Shut up. No, I see. I don't see how I didn't know. Bunch of rocks I didn't get. Yes, I was digging holes, it looks like. I don't know what I was doing. Huh? How was I able to get here? That makes no sense. So I got power connected. What the fuck? I need to fix that. Storage container has insufficient power.
The game is horror.
You think? Oh, dude, get away from me. Ah! Scary, huh? Yeah, I know they added in some pretty scary stuff. I know that you can't go wrong. There's another rock I haven't. What is it? What? The Utech Homite. It dropped to negative 68. Starship. $47 million ship. Plant life. And what is this? That is... Take a picture of that mountain. Yeah, like that right there. Love it! Love it. Absolutely love it. Alright. So. Beautiful. Okay, I already got all this, right? What's this? Man, what do you want, man? Get away from me. Ah! I just fell because of that cracker. Stupid little crap. God. Where you at? Quit messing with me. Look at that thing, bro. Alright. Bro, back up. You quit messing with me, man. I wonder what NA plus means. Holy shit. That's deep down in there, y'all. That's some deep shit.
Unit ready.
So that's a marrow bulb down there, guys. A quaggerite, huh? A J. Higgins Day. What contains dark matter? The fuck, dude? Salt. This wow. Alright, that's an evolophyte. Conjuration, salt, radon. Plant deposits. Papua bait. What is it infested with? All right. How's it working? Okay, 47 minutes. That was stupid. Oh, lordy, my lordy. How do I move things?